Hi, I'm Fleur Gawehns from KWS Vegetables, and today I will talk about building up a bioinformatics community at the Dutch Institute for Ecology, the NIOO-KNAW, where I worked previously. So, when looking at research that is published in ecological journals, we actually see that there is really a low code availability crisis. So, what does this mean? My colleague Anticia Colina, she studied 346 articles in 14 ecological journals, which actually encourage data and code sharing. And she found that actually in the majority of the studies, namely 73%, actually no code was provided. And the studies that actually provided code, there the code was not complete, or software was used that is not freely available, or other problems arose. So this is really a problem that ecology or an ecological institute like the NIOO-KNAW had to tackle. So what they did was that they set up a bioinformatics unit with two bioinformaticians, which is centralized. Centralized, that means that it is embedded in the whole institute and not in a specific department, because the NIOO-KNAW consists of 4 departments, and from each of these departments, one researcher joins a bioinformatics steering group, which actually guides the bioinformatics unit. So at the moment, as I already mentioned, I'm not working at the bioinformatics unit of the NIOO anymore, so there is a position available. So if you're interested, and if you're a very supportive person, and if you want to work at a very great institute, then please send me or Koen Verhoeven an email. So this bioinformatics unit was established to help the NIOO and the researchers at the NIOO to do really good science and help them with their bioinformatics analysis and with their code. So what are the core values of this bioinformatics unit? The most important value is that they want the researchers to perform their analysis independent. So the bioinformatics unit won't do the analysis for the researchers, but will help them to do their analysis on their own. So that means that they will teach them the skills to do the analysis. They also are the bioinformatics unit is a real scientific knowledge base, a knowledge hub. So they gather all the knowledge that is received inside and outside of the institute, and will make sure that everyone in the institute has access to this knowledge. And the bioinformatics unit also supports open source initiatives. So how do we actually reach our goals? We do one-on-one supervision of researchers, so we really guide them in their analysis. But we also write protocols and pipelines that are open to everyone at the institute and also outside of it. We collaborate with, for example, the library and for data management, and the ICT for the bioinformatics infrastructure. And we really actively train the users. And that's maybe really the core of the bioinformatics unit. Because what do we do for the training? So one thing is what we do is we give courses and workshops. And these workshops can be very specific on one topic. So for example, on metagenomics or epigenomics. but it can also be very broad. So for example, teaching the basics in Bash. And this is also, so the courses and workshops, they're also really a moment where people can get together, can get to know each other, and work with each other. Then we have a coding club where we discuss problems and challenges in R and Python coding, and where people really learn how to share their code, and that they are not afraid of sharing their code. And this is also a place where we really give people the confidence that they actually are really on a good way to write code. And then we also enhance social interactions with, for example, organizing drinks, which is of course also super important if you want to build up communities. So I want to give you a very specific example where we actually developed a pipeline in a community in a community environment, and that was a pipeline for epigenomics data analysis. And actually, epigenetics data analysis is for in EcoEvo studies is quite challenging, because you have to deal with non-model species. You have very complex genomes without references. You have very high sample numbers, and yeah, ecologists are not bioinformaticians. So what do you want to do in epigenetics data analysis is to find, for example, methylation differences between plants that can adapt well and other plants that cannot adapt well. So for this, we gathered some really great PhD students from ecology and from bioinformatics. So that's Martin, Samar, Bernice, Morgan, and Adam. And they came from different countries, from different institutes. And they did a really great job by teaming up, and now really being in a state where they can actually publish a well-performing and reproducible and user-friendly pipeline that is written in SnakeMake and Conda. So with this, I already want to come to my conclusions, where I hope that I showed you that actually the bioinformaticians in a bioinformatics unit at the NIOO are really bridge builders, bringing people together. So people from ecology and generally from biology, but also from ICT, from the library, from computer sciences, and that they have a very important role in this, because in this role they can bring also people together from different departments and really build up this community, which will enable researchers to perform the data analysis independently and with confidence. And this will help to make studies more reproducible, and will help that the researchers will finally also really publish their code and share it. Thank you very much for your attention, and now I'm open to questions.